What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, tigerfitness.com. Guys, sugar. Is it worse for you than cocaine? I have seen so many of these carnivore people on Twitter saying that sugar is more addictive and more dangerous than cocaine or heroin. Let me tell you this, man. I've never been an addict, but I've been around addicts, okay? I've never seen anyone go in a dark alleyway and give head in exchange for a Snickers bar. It just doesn't happen. So while you might think in some weird study based on dopamine release that sugar is as addictive as cocaine or heroin, you're out of your freaking mind. You've just lost the plot, okay? But let's talk about sugar. Is sugar bad for you? Does sugar kill you? Now, I will be upfront in saying I won't be citing studies. This video is the result of me reading a lot of studies over the last 20 plus years. This video is the result of me working with people, talking to smart people, talking to myself, and figuring out and also doing stuff myself, like eating sugar and not eating sugar myself. So it's going to come from a place of science and a place from experience. Because, as Chris Gethin says, knowledge without mileage is bullshit. So I'm going to cut the bullshit and I'm going to tell you exactly what I think about sugar. Now, one thing is we can't lump all sugars together. For example, the outright bar. The outright bar has sugar in it, right? It has added sugars. Excuse me. But added sugars, okay, that can be from many different forms. So with the outright bar, it's not like we're just taking white sugar and dumping it in. No. There might be some, a little bit from the excipients, like sprinkles in the outright bar, birthday cake one, or like the chocolate chips and other varieties. But for the most part, 95+% of the sugar comes from honey. Why do I like honey? Honey is actually safe for most diabetics to use. Honey causes a very low spike in blood sugar because it is from fructose, not glucose. But that doesn't mean that glucose is bad. So everybody likes to look at this insulin thing, right? Insulin, they look at it black and white. At the end of the day, I can eat a protein-only meal or just have whey protein, and I will have a spike in my blood sugar. However, the spike can either be an acute spike or biphasic. The difference between protein and carbohydrate, protein causes an acute spike. That's one spike in your blood sugar, okay, or insulin. Whereas a carbohydrate will cause a biphasic spike, which means it's going to have more of an issue with more spikes. Is that good or bad? Hear me out. For fat loss, they have had diabetics go on drugs that actually promote insulin, that actually put more insulin into your body, that actually increase insulin. On a hypocaloric diet, they still lose weight. They still lose weight. And they also have issues where people have low insulin and they still lose weight. So while insulin does promote weight gain or storage, it has to be in the presence of more calories. At the end of the day, thermodynamics is almost undefeated. There are those 1 in a million cases. There are those PCOS or whatever it is. But at the end of the day, thermodynamics is first and foremost. Calories in, calories out. I know a lot of people are like, oh no, it's the hormones. Hormones do matter. Hormones do matter. But in very few instances, one that you're probably not a part of, and if you are, I apologize, that sucks. Hormones aren't going to prevent your fat loss. If you're in a caloric deficit, if you're exercising hard and you're eating less than you take in, than you burn, then you are in a good place. You are going to lose fat. Some people might lose it faster, some lose it slower, but that's due to metabolic differences. Sorry, it is what it is. So by eating only meat, all you're doing is you're lowering your calories. You're lowering your intake. And that's what happens. So why am I going off on that? Because when you look at the deleterious effects from weight gain, what sugar does is it provides a lot of calories in a little bit of space, right? Alan Roberts, my good friend, sent me a video of a shake from Dunkin' Donuts or some kind of coffee drink that had 180 grams of sugar. 180 grams of sugar. That is almost, without counting the fat, okay, it's almost 800 calories from sugar. That isn't going to satiate you. Now you look at the honey and outright bars, that provides nutrients. Honey is a superfood. Provides all these vitamins and minerals and nutrients. So your body's going to get fed with these nutrients. So that might help control your hunger signaling. It'll prevent the spikes in insulin to prevent you from feeling hungry. And I'm going to take it a step further. Is fruit bad for you? The outright bar was created for my kids. My kids need a snack to eat during soccer tournaments, and also I wanted a bar for myself to eat pre-workout, post-workout, and also throughout the day. You want your outright bars right now. That's why we have a partnership going with the Vitamin Shop to make sure that we're in all 750 plus locations, providing the best price, the best service, the best people to give you the outright bar when and where you need it. Overwhelmingly, I believe 100% of the studies done have shown that fruit, due to whatever it is, it's vitamins, it's minerals, it's antioxidants, it's fiber, which fiber is something that in every study done on it has been shown to decrease your morbidity risk. That's your chance of dying. So fruit is full of all this awesome stuff. All this awesome stuff. Yet you keep hearing people say fruit is bad for you. Fruit will kill you. According to the real data, the human data, fruit makes you live better. It makes you live longer. It decreases your chances of dying. What is in fruit, guys? Sugar. Sugar. So, have a sip of this coffee here. Without sugar in it, I don't put sugar in my coffee. It's just why? Not because I don't like sugar, because I don't want the empty calories. Because I like being lean. I like operating I like being lean and mean and being able to run fast, or fast for me, and be able to have endurance. And if I just drank 100 grams of sugar in my coffee, I'd be fat. I would gain weight. I'd be sloppy. I'd have ups and downs in energy. Absolutely, if you're spiking. But you could do that with any nutrient. If you have a big meal, I don't care if it's a big whatever. If you have a hypercaloric meal, your insulin's going to spike. Might be less, but you're still going to get an intrinsic insulin spike. So when you look at all this, right, you look at every single study and you look at what causes the health benefits, what causes the better lipid profiles, what causes the lower cholesterol, what causes the decreased blood pressure, what causes the better heart rate, what causes the fat loss, what causes the decreased risk of morbidity or dying. It's weight loss. It's weight loss. If there's one thing the early 2000s, Lane Norton, Alberto Nunez, and all those guys taught me, right, is that you can have a flexible diet. Back in the day, I don't know if you guys remember, in 2010 to 2015, everyone was eating Pop-Tarts and getting shredded. Almost a thing. It was a thing. Pop-Tart Fitness was a friggin' YouTube channel. Isn't that what Jason Blaha started as? I think it was. So at the end of the day, if you're eating less calories than you need, you're going to lose weight. Or if you're maintaining a body that is not fat, if you're not fat, you're going to be healthier than someone who is fat. So at the end of the day, sugar is not the enemy. Overeating is the enemy. So having things that are filled with sugar and not fiber like fruit and nutrients like honey, this gorgeous outright bar, beautiful blend of protein, fat, and carbs. Superfood carbs from honey. The best whey protein isolate. Healthy fats from peanut butter. And it satiates you because it has those nutrients. It doesn't have that spike. It's calorically dense, but it gives you those quality calories. Tell you this. I was at Dunkin' Donuts because my offensive and defensive line, yes, I coach my son's 10-year-old football team, they dominated. And what do you get linemen when they dominate? Linemen love donuts. When I played high school football, oh, I remember Curtis Nettles. I remember after every Saturday we'd have a good game. Curtis would bring us Sunday or Monday, bring us a box of donuts. Best feeling in the world. Love you, Curtis. Love you to death. Thank you, brother. He ended up going to Washington State. Good man right there. He still lives up in the LA area. And I'm at Dunkin' Donuts and I'm looking at the calories per donut. And I could house, and I've actually done it. You can watch my donut eating contest with the Hodge twins on this very channel. I could house 12 donuts in like 4 minutes. That's going to be like 4,000 calories. If I eat 4,000 calories, that's basically my maintenance. That's over my maintenance. I'm probably around 3,500, somewhere in there. I don't measure anymore. But at the end of the day, man, I know what I'm eating. I know that if I'm eating chicken and rice or a sweet potato, I can eat till my face is blue. I'm not getting enough calories to gain weight with my metabolism. No one's ever gotten fat on chicken and fruit. No one's ever gotten fat on chicken and potato. No one's ever gotten fat on chicken. You can eat all the healthy carbs you want. You can eat all of that. It's hard to overfill. But when you start wanting to introduce variety in your diet like I do, it comes down to caloric density. But it's not the sugar that's causing you the issues. All the data, the meta-analysis of Marc Lobliner's brain.
So I'm sending out a newsletter multiple times a week or even every day. It's going to have deals. It's going to have articles. It's going to have exclusive stuff from me. The algorithm has not been good to me on YouTube, on Instagram. I don't know why. Maybe it's something I said. But anyway, go to marclobliner.com. It pops up. Put your email in there. That's all you have to do. You get all that stuff for free.
The meta-analysis that I've put together in my head shows that it's not necessarily what you eat. It's how much of it you eat. With that being said, there are some things we want to pay attention to. Listen here. Okay. Want to pay attention, get enough protein. Do you need a gram per pound? No, you don't. Not even close. Probably 0.6, 0.8, somewhere in there. But you know what? It does satiate you a little more, although I will argue. If you're going for the diet satiation Olympics, I'll take veggies any day of the week over protein. But you know what? Let's get a gram per pound. You don't need 1.5. You don't need 2. Let's get a gram. I want you to get fiber. I want you to get about 30 grams a day, somewhere in there at least. Don't overdo it because you'll be farting a lot. Okay, here's a funny story with my irritable bowel syndrome. I've been dealing with it for decades. Finally, I went to a doctor out here. You know what? Eat more fiber. And I'm like, how much do I eat? He goes, when you start farting and shitting too much, cut it back a little bit. My irritable bowel syndrome pretty much been dormant for over a year, 2 years almost. Fats. You need fats to operate. That doesn't mean eat 2 ribeyes a day. That doesn't mean eat 32 ounces of ribeyes. Unless you're a carnivore, then do what the fuck you want to do, you people. You people. What do you mean, you people? You fucking meat eaters. Dude. Keep your fats to a minimum. Let me explain. Because they add up calorically. So what I want you to do is I want you to get about 0.5 grams of fat per pound of body weight. So for a man like me who's 220 pounds, it's about 110 grams of fat. Good to go. Get your fiber, get your protein, get your fat. Fill in the rest with carbohydrate. Whether that comes from honey, whether that comes from oatmeal, whether that comes from drink, I don't give a shit, drink Kool-Aid. As long as your calories are controlled, you will do fine. Now, I'm not saying get all your calories from sugar. It's an empty carbohydrate. What I'm saying is it's not deadly. It's not dangerous. What's dangerous is being fat. Unfat yourself. Stop being fat. Be great. Be excellent. And man, just be healthy. Exercise every day. Okay, guys? Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please, like it. Subscribe to this channel. Click on the notification bell. And all those ads that you saw during the video, yeah. Go do all that stuff because I got bills to pay. And that's not a game.
I used to have to go through dozens of bottles of vitamins, of supplements, just to get what I need. Look, I'm busy. I'm running multiple businesses. I'm coaching. I'm a professional bodybuilder getting ready for my first pro show. I don't have time to sit there and do all that. I gotta go. I'm on the go all the time. That is why I created MTS Nutrition Immortal. Here's how they look. This replaces dozens of bottles of supplements. And let me tell you exactly what this has. It has probiotics, greens, liver detox, joint support, cardiovascular support, and the most complete multivitamin, multi-mineral supplement ever created. If you have a busy life or you simply want more time to do the things you love and be able to travel by just taking one simple little pack with you, Immortal's for you.